Imagine a huge stage in Seoul filled with a sea of purple where army cheers echoed loudly, breaking up the night. All eyes are on three figures who have been part of BTS history: Jin, Jimin, and V. The evening was supposed to be a moment of nostalgia and warmth. The song Spring Day, which had not been performed live for a long time, was finally heard again. But who would have thought? The performance, intended to be a sweet gift for fans, turned out to be one of the most controversial moments in the K-pop world this year. The clip went viral on Weverse, TikTok, Twitter, and Korean forums. Within hours, hashtags like #SpringDayDisaster and #Jimin and Vinny performance were trending globally. Comments poured in, some defended, some mercilessly criticized. Jungkook finally opened up. In a calm but serious tone, he expressed how the criticism toward his three colleagues had caused great pressure behind the scenes. Jungkook, a known perfectionist, seemed to hold back his emotions as he spoke. "I know they didn't practice long, but you have to understand, those moments are made for love, not for perfection." His words struck back at a virtual world too quick to judge. He reminded fans that BTS is not only a group of perfect vocalists, but also human beings with sincere feelings and intentions. Yet the public remained divided. Some saw Jungkook as merely protecting his friends, while others admired his honesty and deep sense of solidarity. The recording of Spring Day was analyzed countless times. Every note, every facial expression was dissected by netizens. Some said Jimin lost control of his voice in the chorus, V sounded hoarse and unstable, while Jin seemed to struggle to contain his emotions on stage. Some even called it the most unprepared performance in BTS history. But was it really a disaster, or just a human moment exaggerated by a drama-hungry internet? Behind the scenes, the atmosphere was very different. According to sources close to the concert staff, the trio decided to perform Spring Day just a few hours before the show, without any vocal rehearsals or professional warm-ups. They wanted a spontaneous moment, a heartfelt welcome for Jin, who had just completed his military service. They wanted to touch hearts, not deliver perfection. But in the digital age, good intentions don't always end well. Short clips often lack context. Imagine how they felt knowing that a moment meant as a warm memory became a target of endless criticism. This is the dilemma of today's idols, where every smile can be misinterpreted, every tone can be ridiculed. Amid it all, Jungkook stood as a rational voice, reminding fans that live performances are not about technical perfection but honest emotion, a real connection between artists and fans. Still, the effect was felt. Korean forums filled with analyses. Even vocal coaches weighed in, saying the trio's voices were unstable due to missing in-ear monitors or differing concert acoustics. Others were harsher. If they knew they'd perform, why not practice? BTS isn't a rookie group anymore. Those comments fueled the algorithm, making the Spring Day video even more viral. The turning point came when V liked a supportive Weverse post. "We don't care if you forget the lyrics. We're just happy to see you smile again." That simple action changed the fandom's tone. Many began to regret their harsh words. They started to understand that behind those smiles was immense pressure to always be perfect. Soon after, Jimin posted, "I know it wasn't perfect, but we did it from the heart. We just wanted to give you something you've been waiting for." The message received over 1 million comments within 24 hours. Netizens began quoting Jungkook's earlier words, "Love is more important than perfection." It became a reflection moment for everyone, that behind fame and spotlight, these artists are still human. They breathe, they get nervous, they make mistakes. What sets them apart is the courage to appear as themselves before the world. Rewatch Spring Day now and you might see it differently. Not as a mistake, but as an emotional story of friendship, honesty, and sincerity rarely seen in entertainment. Before judging, before commenting, ask yourself, are you watching a performance or a human being trying to give meaning through music? At the end of this story lies an invitation. Don't just be a spectator. Be an understanding listener. Support them not because they're perfect but because they dare to be real. Watch the video, feel every note, and you'll understand why BTS has always been loved. Not for perfection, but for authenticity. And the story doesn't end there. After waves of criticism came waves of reflection. Fans began making reaction videos, analyzing every second, Jimin's nervous smile, V's searching glance at Jin, and Jin's trembling voice as he fought tears. A new realization spread. That night wasn't about mistakes but courage. The courage to appear unprepared yet full of love. Korean media like Dispatch and Korea Herald soon published stories, calling the moment raw and genuine. Though not technically perfect, they wrote, it was the most human performance BTS had shown. Three friends reunited after years apart. Amid online chaos, Jungkook posted one line on Weverse. Not everything has to be perfect to be beautiful. Sometimes it's the imperfections that make us remember longer. That phrase went viral. Fans began using his quote in edits and emotional tributes. The fandom's tone changed again. Criticism turned to appreciation. Messages poured in. We're proud you dared to be real. Thank you for reminding us what music truly means. The Spring Day clip gained a second life, not as controversy but as a healing story. Because in the end, BTS once again taught the world about empathy. How one imperfect moment can carry lessons of hope, sincerity, and love. Even V laughed lightly during a later live stream. We didn't expect it to go viral like this. We just wanted to sing together. That smile showed peace. BTS didn't respond with anger, but with reflection. They let their sincerity speak through music. So tonight, if you press play again, don't look for flaws. Listen with your heart. Feel how their voices tremble, how Jin smiles meaningfully, how Jimin closes his eyes, how V grips the mic as if to hold the moment still. That's where BTS's magic lives. Not in perfection, but in truth. Before you leave a kind comment. Say what you feel, not what you judge. That's how you become part of the story. A story about music that heals, friendship that lasts, and the courage to stay human in a world demanding perfection. And maybe next time you press play, you'll feel something deeper than just a song. You'll feel a story speaking directly to your heart.